All right, let's talk about building wealth. And I mean real, lasting wealth. Forget the get-rich-quick schemes for a second. Today, we're digging into a path to wealth that's been hiding in plain sight for, get this, 4,000 years. It's not about the latest crypto coin. It's about a timeless secret that literally built empires. Let's dive in.
So what if I told you that the most powerful tool for building your fortune has nothing to do with Silicon Valley and everything to do with ancient Babylon? And what if that tool was so simple, so straightforward, that you could start using it the second this explainer ends? Well, that's exactly what we're about to break down.
So our journey starts way back in what was the wealthiest city of the ancient world. The principles that built the fortunes of Babylon, they weren't complicated, not at all. But they did require discipline. And trust me, they are just as powerful today as they were thousands of years ago.
And here it is, the first law, the absolute foundation of all wealth. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. I mean, it sounds so simple, right? But really think about it for a second. For most of us, that paycheck hits our account and we immediately start shipping it out to the landlord, the car company, the grocery store. This principle, it flips that whole idea on its head. It says you get the first slice of the pie before anyone else. This is what we call it today. Pay yourself first. And this isn't just a nice idea. It's a non-negotiable rule. Your savings, that becomes the most important bill you have to pay each month. Before your rent, before your car payment, before that streaming service you forgot you had, you pay your future self. The ancient Babylonians suggested at least a tenth, so 10%. That chunk of cash is yours. It doesn't belong to your landlord, it belongs to your future freedom.
Okay, so you've paid yourself first. Awesome. But that money can't just, sit there in a savings account collecting dust. You've got to put it to work. You need to introduce it to what Albert Einstein supposedly called the eighth wonder of the world. And for good reason. We're talking about compound interest. This is the force that turns tiny streams of money into massive rivers of wealth over time.
And this right here is where the real mindset shift happens. You got to stop thinking of your savings as just dollars and cents in an account. Think of them as seeds. And your job isn't just to earn money, it's to take those seeds and plant them in your asset column. Things that grow and make you more money, so they can sprout into full-blown money trees.
This is the engine of wealth creation, laid out perfectly. It's a simple, but oh so powerful loop. You save your 10%, you invest it. Now here's the crucial part. Any money that investment makes, dividends, interest, you name it, gets immediately plowed right back in to buy more assets. And then you just repeat. The process is dead simple. The secret ingredient, the magic, it's just time. And if you want to see why time is the most important ingredient, just look at this chart. No, that is not a typo. Someone who starts investing just $500 a month at age 25 ends up with more than double what the person who starts just 10 years later with the exact same monthly contribution ends up with. And they crush the person starting at 45. We're talking over 5 times more. The amount of money is the same. The only difference is how much time their money had to work for them. It's just incredible. Okay, I can already hear some of you thinking, that's great, but I don't earn enough to save that much. And look, this is where we have to bust some serious myths about what being a millionaire actually looks like. It's almost never about having some insane income. It is almost always about habits. When I say millionaire, what pops into your head? Probably someone with a flashy car, a huge mansion, right? The media has drilled that image into our brains. But the reality, according to decades of research from books like The Millionaire Next Door, is, well, it's completely different. Real wealth isn't about the stuff you buy to look rich. It's about the assets you actually own. And it's built on boring old discipline, not a massive paycheck. I mean, check out these facts. They're kind of shocking. The typical millionaire household, they make about $131,000 a year. They're not all surgeons and CEOs. They're often teachers, welders, and small business owners. They budget like crazy. And this one gets me every time. Half of them have never spent more than 29 grand on a car. Their favorite brand? Ford. This just proves it, right? Wealth is a game of habits, not a game of high income.
So how does all this apply to you right now, wherever you are in life? Well, the best strategy really depends on your starting line. Your age is not a barrier, but it definitely changes your focus.
Okay, let's get specific. If you're in your 20s, you have a literal superpower, time. You can be aggressive. Thanks to compounding, every single dollar you invest now could be worth 30, 40, maybe even 50 times more by the time you retire. Just automate $50 a month into a simple index fund. If you're in your 30s, your income is probably growing. Your big mission is to avoid lifestyle inflation. making more so you spend more. Instead, make sure your savings rate grows even faster than your income. This is your prime accumulation decade. Now, if you're in your 40s, do not panic. It is not too late, but you gotta be strategic. You have to maximize your savings rate. I'm talking push for 20% or more if you can, and stick to the plan. No lottery tickets, no crazy gambles, just proven, steady assets. Your focus is all about closing that gap.
All right, we've covered the ancient laws, the insane power of compounding, and the real habits of the wealthy. Now for the fun part. How do you put the key in the ignition and start your own wealth engine? Like today.
Honestly, it all boils down to these 3 simple steps. Step 1, build your fortress. That's an emergency fund with 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This protects you from life's curveballs so you never have to sell your investments at the worst possible time. 2, pick your vehicle. Don't get paralyzed by all the choices out there. A simple, low-cost S&P 500 index fund is a fantastic place to start. And 3, this is the secret weapon, automate everything. Set up automatic transfers from your checking to your investment account every single payday. Set it, forget it, and let the system do all the heavy lifting for you.
And that brings us right back to that idea of planting seeds. You know that old saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago? And yeah, that's true. But you can't go back in time. The only time you actually control is right now. The second best time to plant that tree is today. So the only real question left is, what seed are you going to plant?